Thanks, Viral, for including me in this IC. In fact, Viral has been conducting this since last so many years at national as well as state level with jam-packed stadium, jam-packed hall. My special thanks to Chairman Scientific Committee, Dr. Partha, and Governing Council for giving me this opportunity. My topic for presentation is meticulous medical records, your first, last, and most important line of defense in the court. Out of what is the importance of record keeping in ophthalmology? Now, out of the points which I have enumerated, most important thing is helpful in any medical litigation because the legal system relies mainly on documentary evidence in situation of alleged medical negligence, because poor records means poor defense and no records means no defense. There are various methods for record keeping. This is the manual method, and any hospital room which is used for record keeping will look like this. No space for sitting, and it's difficult to find out any record if you want during any emergency. The best part is keeping records in an electronic system. This is the most preferred method because it is neat and tidy. Prescription is fully typed, so no errors in understanding and handwriting. Previous data of patient is easily available, and photographs, if you have clicked any photograph, OCT records or perimetry records are there, you can very well keep in the electronic system. Medical records, whatever you are keeping, are in the form of history, clinical examination, diagnostic tests, preoperative care records, operation notes, and postoperative care records. Now we will see one by one how documenting history is important, and it can save us if patient goes to the consumer forum. Now this is the case scenario. Patient underwent cataract surgery uneventfully and had no improvement in vision. Patient approached consumer court and result was in favor of doctor because in history notes, it was clearly mentioned decreased vision in that eye since childhood, that eye was amblyopic. That's why in spite of surgery, patient is not going to get any vision, but this has to be documented properly in the history part. Second is how clinical findings help in savior if something goes wrong. Cataract surgery, which was uneventful, recurrent post-op inflammation and iritis with all the possible treatment. I ultimately went into phthisis. Patient approached consumer forum. Result was still in favor of surgeon because pre-op documentation clearly mentioned complicated cataract with all signs of field uveitis, and cataract was operated under steroid cover, under guarded prognosis. So documentation of all clinical findings is very important. Now, how investigations can save your day. Cataract surgery in diabetic patient. Patient did not improve after surgery. Patient approached consumer forum for non-improvement of vision. Result was in favor of surgeon because pre-op OCT findings came to his rescue, showing that significant preoperative macular edema, and patient had received anti-VEGF treatment with cataract surgery. So documentation of the investigations which were done is very important, and it may save your day. How preoperative care is important in documentation. Cataract surgery was performed uneventfully. Post-op follow-up was fine. Patient had endophthalmitis in early post-op period. Surgeon gave intravitreal injections. Patient was referred to vitreoretinal surgeon, and vitreoretinal surgeon performed vitrectomy. Case was filed in consumer forum for compensation for non-improvement of vision and all mental and physical trauma. Surgeon still escaped clean because pre-op records mentioned that fumigation and autoclaving of instrument was properly done, and it was documented on records. Betadine eye drops were instilled and was mentioned in case paper. Preoperative antibiotic drops were instilled and mentioned in case paper, and patient was referred to vitreoretinal surgeon with date and time which was mentioned on the case paper when the referral was done to the vitreoretinal surgeon. Now, operative notes are very important if you are performing even a small surgery like chalazion or sty. You should mention it properly because that comes as a savior later on. This patient was operated for posterior polar cataract and patient had reigned intraoperatively. Vitrectomy was done by surgeon and IOL was implanted in sulcus. Pre-op notes mentioned that cataract surgery was advised and anterior vitrectomy may be needed during surgery. As we know, PC rent is common in posterior polar cataract and it happened. Good part was everything was documented. Detailed OT notes made consumer forum result in surgeon's favor. Now, OPD prescription, we write OPD prescription. Sometimes we are not able to, in fact, interpret it if you see after 1 or 2 days. This is very important document. You should mention name of the patient, date when you examine the patient, treatment preferably in capital letters, duration of the eye drops which were prescribed should be mentioned, signature of the doctor must be there, and review date. If you are suppose reviewing the patient after 7 days, you should mention the date on which you are going to review the patient. OPD prescription date is important because undated prescription can lead a doctor in a trouble if the patient misuses that prescription. OPD prescription, how it is important. For giant papillary conjunctivitis, steroid drops were prescribed for limited period. Patient used steroid drops for long time. Patient developed steroid-induced cataract later on. Patient sues doctor for development of cataract due to steroid drops. Doctors still go away clean because his prescription clearly mentioned steroid drops to be instilled for a particular period and tapered off gradually. Tip mentioned on OPD paper, long-term use of steroid drops can cause cataract and glaucoma. Another important thing is discharge summary. You should mention date of admission, date of discharge, date of surgery, surgical procedure, and of course, time is very important. And the treatment advice post-operatively, precautions to be taken, and date of next follow-up. Discharge summary should be signed by consultant. Copy should be kept with surgeon. Discrepancies in discharge summary and hospital records can raise suspicion about tampering of medical records, and it should be avoided. Referral letter is another important document. It should include date, time of issue, patient's condition, cause of referral, and duplicate copy with patient signature. Medical certificate. We give medical certificates to so many patients, but we must mention the date on which the medical certificate has been given, for which it has been given, and one identification mark and patient signature. A lot of cases of patients misusing medical certificate has been seen due to lack of date, time, and issue, because sometimes we issue the certificate and patient makes some changes in those certificates. Now, MCI guidelines for medical record keeping, and this is not very clear. In fact, I consulted Marathi sir as well regarding this because there is no consensus about this. For consumer forum, patient can approach outdoor case within 2 hours, within 2 years, and indoor case within 3 years. Maintain outdoor records for 3 to 5 years and maintain indoor records for 3 years. In fact, we should keep indoor records for lifelong because we never know when you will need those records. If patient demands his case,
just a minute. Instead of 3 years, just remember 6 to 7 years. One of my senior medical legal consultant told me. Yeah, thank you. You can continue.
Okay, fine, sir. Fine, sir. Thank you. Thank you for correcting. If patient demands case paper for any purpose, you should give case paper within 72 hours, and the receipt of OPD should be kept for tax purpose for around 8 years. And criminal case records till it is settled. For pediatric cases, a medical negligence case can be filed by child after acquiring the age of majority. So in medical cases, document should be preserved until the case is solved. So in summary, medical record is an important aspect in one's medical practice. It not only helps to improve our patient management, develops a treatment plan, improve our personality by presenting and publishing the studies, but also helpful in if legal problem arises and suit in consumer forum. That's all from my side. Thank you so much for your patience listening.